Welcome back to Fast Track. I'm Paul Sliker. Nadine and I are here with your national and political news. But first, Nadine has a local story with national implications.
The recent creation of a 3D model by an assistant professor has helped shorten the time it takes to study embryonic development. Tony Manzo has more.
A mathematical model was recently developed in a lab here in Purdue's own Agricultural and Biological Engineering Department. This model can help predict complex signaling patterns that could help scientists determine how certain cells later become specific tissues. This knowledge can be used to understand and treat developmental disorders and diseases in the future. David Umulis, the assistant professor in charge of the project, talks about the goals of his research.
We could use the Drosophila melanogaster model organism to visualize where these molecules are active, how long it takes for them to form their patterns, and look at what kind of responses you get under various genetic mutations.
The research centered around Drosophila, or fruit fly embryos, during the early stages to determine what controls the differentiation of the cells in their growth. David tells us more about why he chose these specific embryos.
Drosophila melanogaster is a fantastic model organism for general developmental biology studies. It has a short time for development and growth. It has pretty easy genetics with 4 chromosomes, but 3 that you really care about. And it's very plastic. If you can think of an experiment you want to do with Drosophila, you can develop it and do it in a relatively short amount of time.
Now that the model has been developed, David looks forward to the next step in his research.
The next step is to use this model to extract biophysical parameters of the actual patterning pathway.
For Fast Track News, I'm Tony Manzo.
As our weather has gone from terrible to bearable, let's check in with Mandy to see if our national weather will get better or worse this week.
Weather, we're going to take a look at and see how the rest of the country is going to fare for weather-wise, and then we'll also take a look at and see how Colorado has had some major snowstorms in the past week. As we move into Saturday's highs, we can see that most of the country is going to see enjoyable weather. Still a little chilly way out in New York with only 46, but 50s and 60s for most of the Midwest area in the south, and then a nice 71 in Las Vegas. As we move into the lows, they're pretty much uniform across the country with the 40s, 50s and 30s around this area, and then as we move to the other side again, 51 in Vegas, 49 in Seattle. As we continue on, highs are pretty much the same as they were, a little bit warmer out into the west. Las Vegas is a couple degrees warmer. As we move back towards the east though, pretty much the same story, a warm up in New York for later in the weekend. The lows are about the same story as well, with 40s being predominant as well as upper 30s. As we move into Saturday's weather, we can see there's a low pressure system right over central Oklahoma, which is bringing rain to this entire area as well as snow as we look into the Colorado and Wyoming regions where the mountains are. As we move into Sunday, we can see that this low pressure system continues to move eastward, bringing all the snow further to the east coast. Monday is the same story. As the low continues to track, so does the rain. As we go into Tuesday, we can see that the rain's really not lingering around very much, but you can see that there's some snow coming into the higher elevations of California and some rain along with it. Now, as we look at the Colorado snow, Denver at one point had 7 inches in 90 minutes, which is quite amazing when you think about it. As we go into some pictures, this is someone's backyard right outside of Denver. And then this dog looks like he's having a blast in all of that snow. But to see how serious this is a photo of I-25 South, which is pretty severe for that much snow. Back to the studio.
Sandra Bullock's husband looks for a reconciliation. Brooke Anderson has all the details in today's Hollywood Minute.
Jesse James is hoping to reconcile with wife Sandra Bullock, according to People magazine. A friend tells the magazine that right now James is spending all his time with his children. Bullock reportedly moved out of the family's home shortly after the infidelity allegations surfaced. Meantime, Us magazine is reporting James had other affairs in addition to the tattoo model he's been connected to. Actress Katherine Heigl tells Entertainment Weekly that she is officially done with the popular TV show Grey's Anatomy and will not appear in the season's final 5 episodes. Heigl says leaving is sad, but she wanted to spend more time with her newly adopted daughter and hopes she made the right choice. Sarah Palin is expanding her television reach. The Fox News commentator has struck struck a deal with the Discovery Channel to show off her home state of Alaska, according to several published reports. A source says the proposed show will not focus on Palin or her family, but will be a Planet Earth-type documentary about the state. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Brooke Anderson.
When we come back, Robbie Donahoe roams the streets of West Lafayette.
And our weekly sports roundup, all when we return.
Purdue's nursing program is one of the top in the nation because of the state-of-the-art equipment and hands-on learning. Students are able to get real training and feedback without having to put a real person in harm's way. They are given feedback and constructive criticism while in the classroom that they can use once they are in the real hospital setting. Students will learn everything ranging from basic tasks to the most intricate details of patient care. Purdue isn't just about engineering. Come visit the nursing program at Johnson Hall.
Wouldn't you like the opportunity to see the world while learning at the same time? You can get that chance here at Purdue University. Purdue offers a wide range of over 200 programs for study abroad. The study abroad programs also offer various opportunities in over 40 different countries. Applying is easy. The study abroad office is located in Young Hall and has a number of advisors waiting to find the program best fit for you. So come find out what the world has to offer.